Dave Miller asked, what do you think about the NCAA rules about the transfer portal and the graduate transfers? Seems like that causes a lot of disruption for athletic programs.
You know, the transfer portal for graduates is fine, you know, because they've fulfilled their eligibility for the most part, you know, at a respective institution. They've got a baccalaureate degree, you know, they've gone through the curriculum, they've checked the box. So if they want to do something at the graduate level, I understand that. The transfer portal is a tough one. You know, it hasn't really affected us to any significant degree yet. I don't like it. I'll be honest with you. I know it's about student athlete welfare, you know, what's in the best interest of the student athlete, all of the above, but it's an easy out for a lot of athletes. If they're not happy with playing time, they're not happy with where they are on the depth chart, they're not happy with the coach because he upset them, you know, they don't like the assistant coach, you know, I don't know. You know, they don't like the weather. I mean, there's all kinds of things that they can do. Or, you know, they can be approached by other institutions, you know, and they can be enticed into, you know, considering leaving, you know, their current institution, you know, based on factors that, you know, may or may not be legitimate. I know our coaches put a lot of time into recruiting athletes, convincing them that the Naval Academy is a wonderful education and a great career and a great life thereafter. There shouldn't be little things, you know, that affect their attitude and allow them the quick exit and, you know, leave the academy for things that aren't really, you know, of substance. But, you know, I get it. And if that's the way it's going to be, you know, we're part of it as well. What I'm really opposed to, however, is the ability of athletes to transfer in the sport of football in particular and be immediately eligible. That legislation has been delayed. It was proposed, so it's not being enacted today. You know, how it will fare down the road remains to be seen. You know, but that one's a tough one because if you take a great player at Navy, you know, who's doing well academically, and all of a sudden, you know, they have second thoughts about, you know, Bancroft Hall being, you know, yelled at Bancroft, or they're not happy with, you know, their company officer or the bad O or whatever, you know, and they get a call from another school and, you know, they can transfer and be immediately eligible. It just, you know, it seems to me it's an easy out. And it really isn't fair to the institution that has done everything in their power to make this a good experience overall. So I think, again, I'm repeating, Breanna, but, you know, sure, we have to have some outs for those that want to legitimately transfer, but the easy out to me is not the way to go. And it puts us at Navy at a disadvantage because, you know, we not only have the academic challenge, the athletic challenge I mentioned a moment ago, but we've got the military dimension also that can cause some anxiety and allow for a, you know, disgruntled individual to jump to conclusions, you know, and not stick it out. But my opinion.